Searching for peace, tensions, and dangers. When Allied troops began to disembark in German-occupied France on June 6, 1944, this was a signal to people throughout the world, and to many in Germany as well, that they were entitled to hope for an imminent peace and for freedom in Europe. What had happened? A criminal and his party followers had succeeded in seizing the power of the state in Germany, with the consequence that justice and injustice, law and crime, became entangled under the rule of the National Socialist Party. It was virtually impossible to extricate one from the other, since the government headed by a criminal was also carrying out both the legislative and administrative functions of the state. It was therefore, in one sense, entitled to demand that the citizens obey the law and respect the authority of the state, while at the same time this government also employed the judicial organs as instruments in pursuit of its own goals.
Stop that! Stop!
At the same time, we recognize and appreciate the spiritual treasure of the Jewish people and their religious witness to God. A fraternal theological dialogue will try to understand, in the light of the mystery of redemption, how differences in faith should not cause enmity but open up the way of reconciliation, so that in the end, God may be all in all. In this regard, I am pleased that the National Conference of Catholic Bishops and the Synagogue Council of America are initiating a consultation between Jewish leaders and bishops, which should carry forward a dialogue on issues of the greatest interest to the two great faith communities. Considering history in the light of the principle of faith in God, we must also reflect on the catastrophe event of the Shoah, that ruthless and inhuman attempt to exterminate the Jewish people in Europe, an attempt that resulted in millions of victims, including women and children, the elderly and the sick, exterminated only because they were Jews. Considering the mystery of the suffering of Israel's children, their witness of hope, of faith, and of humanity under dehumanizing outrages, the Church experiences every more deeply her common bond with the Jewish people and with their treasure of spiritual riches in the past and in the present. It is also fitting to recall the strong, unequivocal efforts of the popes against anti-Semitism and Nazism at the height of the persecution against the Jews. Back in 1938, Pius XI declared that anti-Semitism cannot be admitted, and he declared that the total opposition between Christianity and Nazism by stating that the Nazi cross...
Stop that! Stop!
With the way people object on the internet, no wonder history will repeat itself. But for your enjoyment, watch some of these other little slides.